Another episode of Divine Panther Presents. We're taking it to Tubi to discuss Love Don't Pay the Bills. Unless you're an escort, I guess, if you will. But anyway, we're gonna talk about this like 2.5 hour like series, which really could have been a movie, like to a certain extent. But Marcus Atkins recommended this to us. I watched it. I said, "Oh, this is pretty interesting." It kept me interested. So we're gonna talk about it today. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video and comment on the video. You can share the video, get the intro, and we'll bring the crew in here and see what they got to say about it. All right.
Wait, I got to do it now. Wait. This is gonna be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Hello. Marcus says it should have been called Lies Don't Pay the Bills. It was a lot of lying going on. But actually, I say love actually drove a lot of the actions at the end of the series. Like it wasn't even about the money, oddly enough, as they were taking down characters. But anyway, overall, let's see what we thought about it. Let's start with Kim. Overall, what you think about the series?
I liked it. I mean, I like those two actors. The guy who plays Romello, that guy does not age. Like he's been in these kind of movies forever and a day, and he always looks exactly the same. Like he's been in the Black Hamptons, he looks the same. He's been in Family Business, he looks the same. He's been in Tubi movies, he never ages. He's a really good looking guy. So anyway, but I do like his acting also. But I enjoyed it because I like the young lady who plays his wife from Family Business. I loved her. And so I actually enjoyed this. I thought it was very entertaining. I wasn't on my phone playing a game while I was watching it, and I actually watched the whole thing twice. So I liked it.
All right.
But it really could have been a movie. It really could have been a movie. Yeah.
So all right, Ink, what were your thoughts?
I liked it too. I thought it was good. I mean, I thought it was like, better than like your typical like Tubi movies, but still belong on Tubi. I definitely feel the same way. I felt like this was a movie. I don't know why it was like a 5-episode series. It was even looked like it was filmed like a movie. So I don't know if something happened. It was like, got to break this up and make it into a show. But no, I liked it. I thought it was really good. I thought the storyline was good. I think like it was actually decent writing, believe it or not. Like how everything came together, how everything was connected, and all of that. I thought that was really, really clever how they did that. But overall, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was definitely a little bit better than what we normally get on Tubi.
So I agree with both of you, and Ink, to your particular part, how it was edited. Again, total, this is a little over 2.5 hours. If you look at, because each episode maybe 30, maybe 40 minutes, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it was edited like a movie that they just stopped at certain scenes. Like they weren't closing off an episode and starting another. So it really did feel like I was like, again, 2.5 hour movie that for some reason, because of Tubi reasons, are like, let's just chop this up and act like it's a series, right? And I was like, cut down some of the unnecessary stuff, and this could have been a good maybe 90-minute movie, I thought. Hey y'all, it was good.
Hey, JC.
It ain't gonna be no season 2. Everybody's dead.
No, everybody died.
I mean, so I'm not sure how you do that. But
Yeah.
Stuff on the maid.
I wish they had given us
Exactly.
They gave us 8 episodes. It was 8 episodes. It was very short episodes, but it was about
No, it was only 5.
My bad.
It was 5.
My bad.
It's
So,
fine.
but even with that, I'm like, it told the story. Like, it got us from point A to point B. But I struggle with who was the true focus of this movie, because really it was 5. So my bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it was actually Katrina even though they put Missy and Romello on the cover, I guess because they're most well known, of the actors. It was really Katrina's story.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then she connects all the other characters and how they connect to her.
Yeah.
So I thought, but so that being said, so Ink, what did you think of Katrina's overall arc?
I thought it was good. It was definitely confusing, like whose story it was, because at first I thought it was her, but then I was like, well, maybe it's Romello and Missy. I guess you can argue that it's all three really, because she was so intertwined with Missy and Romello. But I like her arc. I was kind of confused why they put like her mother in there. I don't know. I feel like that was kind of like a throwaway. I feel like it really didn't amount to much. But I definitely feel like the title of the movie was based on Katrina's storyline with her and her, boyfriend that just got, what was his name? Kevin?
Kevin.
Yeah. That just got out of prison or whatever and was trying to be legit or whatever. And I guess, it implies that, love don't pay the bills, because he wasn't really doing much and she was paying all the bills. But yeah, I liked her arc. I felt like it was kind of weird that she was technically a prostitute. I felt like they could have gave her another kind of like job ish, but that were making money, But yeah, I liked her arc. I really thought Romello was going to stay with Missy in the end, but I mean, apparently, he was all about Katrina and all the way to the end, when everybody got shot up, So, but overall, he had a good story.
All right, Kim, any thoughts?
Yeah, I didn't like that Katrina needed to be a prostitute or call girl, whatever you. I mean, she's a beautiful girl. There was no need for that. I mean, I feel like she could have done the whole setting up guys. She didn't have to sleep with them. You know what I mean? She could have just been like, oh look, and then put a little something in their drink, knock them out, and then she takes the money, right? She's a burglar, a robber, whatever. That made more sense to me than having her be a prostitute for Romello and all that. And then she had the boyfriend Kevin who got on my nerves each and every time I saw him on camera. Got on my nerves. I was like, look, dude, like get yourself together, right? But he just kept messing up. But anywho, yeah, I agree with Ink when it came to the mom, which was played by Tori Hart, Kevin Hart's ex-wife. I was just like, where did this storyline come from? Like, if we would have seen Katrina's story where and she talked about her mom and it's like she had some issues with her mom. Maybe if she would have had a conversation with Romel or about her mom or something, or somebody, then I would have been like, oh, okay, this is the person she's talking about, and let's find out what's going on. But they kind of, to me, they threw that in there. Like, let's just throw Tori Hart a bone, let her get some screen time. Why? Like this was unnecessary, I think. I think that storyline was unnecessary. But Katrina, I enjoyed her performance and then I really feel like it was all three of them. I feel like Romello, what's the wife's
Missy.
name? I forgot.
Missy.
Yeah, exactly. And then Katrina, I felt like it was all three of their story, and then they linked because of all the different people that they all know and didn't know that they know all to, just blend it all together. So I thought that was pretty well done.
So we got wait a minute. So of course the husband was in prison. I think
Boyfriend, not
right.
husband.
Yeah, Kevin. So Kevin, of course Kevin was
Yeah,
in prison,
Kevin.
and then he goes straight back to to drug dealing. I
Hmm.
agree, Ink. The mother was just a plot device to show how she was beat up by Kevin. Therefore, when she was looking for the crack, mom was definitely not needed. So I think
Right.
so. So again, Mark was just pointing out the fact. I feel that's why she was needed, because that's how you get Katrina killing Kevin, right? Because it
But
was
couldn't you? But you should have gave us some breadcrumbs before that. Don't you feel like
Yeah.
it should have been something that we heard about? Like she maybe she was sitting down with Romello, they were having a conversation or they were having pillow talk, and she expresses her mom. My mom just got out of jail, and I'm dealing with that because she always kept bringing up, which I don't know why she did this. Men don't like this, but she kept bringing up Kevin to Romello. I'm like, your man that you in the bed with don't want to hear about your man at home. They don't want to hear that. And Romello told her that. So that I feel like the one of the conversations she had with Romello could have been, my mom just got out. I don't know how to feel about that. And he could have said, well, what happened? And then they had like a small conversation. Then you have where she's got to put Kevin out, and then he goes ahead and he beats up her mom. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
well,
give me a little bit more.
well, I hear you, but they also did introduce her randomly at the restaurant. I mean, so we did get the whole, oh, you're my mama. I don't want to talk to you right now. She comes over, confronts her, she slaps her. I mean, so they did it wasn't
Mm.
just, hi, my mom's a crackhead, let me shoot you. Like they actually, so the sister was kind of irrelevant. I will agree with that. Like that does not get. We don't need that to get to the point that she's like, I gotta kill my boyfriend who ain't shit anyway, who put me in danger. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I say the cop was completely unnecessary. The whole undercover cop didn't go anywhere, and it's not how we ended up in the end. That was just dumb. And I would submit, um, because even even the thought process don't make any sense. This cop went undercover by sticking himself on the internet and letting people know that he's a loan shark slash business owner, hoping and praying that Katrina boss Mac would see her as a target, then send Katrina to go get him just so he could recruit her to go after Romello. That doesn't make sense. Like, if they were going after Katrina and Mac because they've been running around robbing people, that makes sense. I'm gonna make myself look like the kind of person you guys would go after, and then flips her, and she's like, "Well, I can give you my boyfriend or my other client." Like, now this makes a little bit more sense. But and then
Yeah.
he right then he spent the entire episode just drinking liquor and sitting in this random ass house, like just waiting for her to call. And I was like,
Yeah.
"The fuck."
Yeah, it was
Like, what?
ridiculous. I thought that part was so ridiculous. I agree with you. That was ridiculous. That was just it was extra. I feel like they put these people in to elongate the
Well,
show,
yeah,
to make
yeah,
it longer.
yeah,
And they
yeah,
didn't need to do that.
yeah.
Just tell the story the way the story was, and we didn't need all this extra stuff, And it, like you said, it doesn't make sense. A cop is going to go on the website, and it Katrina's going to automatically pick him. No, people pick random people every day. It should have been that he picked her,
Right.
right? It shouldn't
Yeah,
have been the other way around.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
that way, then it makes a little bit more
A little bit
sense.
more, a little
Yeah,
bit more, a little bit
exactly.
more.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and then her pimp, basically Mac, was like, "Yo, I got this next job with this white man. He get like 500K. I can retire and go to Brazil with 500K. I'm sorry, half of 500K, and then you still got to pay your crew that was actually help you do the robbing. So maybe talk about 150K, and you're going to Brazil. This is retirement money." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, we
Like,
don't know. I mean, our money may be worth more in Brazil, right? I mean, it could be.
but
It could be.
Kim, Katrina had 300 grand apparently in a
She did, right?
shoebox, in some Tupperware box that she had. I just knew that her dumb ass, since she didn't lock it up, she was gonna come home and Kevin stole that money.
Yeah, that's what
That
I thought. And then she would shoot him.
and
Yeah,
then she shoots him. Like now,
yeah,
now it makes sense. Now it made
yeah,
sense. But to
yeah.
be like, I'm kicking you out of my house because you're a drug dealer again and you're in danger, which makes sense. But then
Hmm.
here's 300 grand. What?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. I was like, Ink, how many times did Kevin and his friends say bro? Like
Oh,
80.
Yeah. Kevin, it was a bad character. I did not like him at all. He was just, I didn't like that do-rag that he was always wearing. He's just a bum. But I would say, you know what? This show did not have? It didn't have any deadbeat dads in it. I just thought about that. There was nobody in it that wasn't taking care of their kids. For once, they actually left the kids out of the show.
Hey,
But yeah, I mean, I'm actually glad that Kevin got killed. To be honest, it was just a terrible character. It was just worthless. It was a really bad character. Yeah.
yeah, he was. But it got me too. I mean, like most people that I date or that I got married to, they're much taller than me, right? So when I was looking at the profile of Kevin and then looking at Katrina, I was like, all he has to do is slap that gun out of her hand, like or grab her wrist. Like I was like, this is so unrealistic. But I mean, I understand it's a show, but I was like, Kevin could have slapped the crap out of out
yeah,
of her and took that
yeah.
gun and shot her. But I was like, okay, for the show, we'll go ahead and let it go. But to me, it was still that scene was really fake to me. But other than that, I mean, it was good. Yeah.
A lot about that storyline was fake and didn't make any sense. And the same thing the problem I have with Memory of a Killer, because
Okay.
your wife comes home basically every night in a trench coat,
Yeah.
and she's like, "I've been working."
Right.
When
Yes.
like
Yeah.
she was butt naked under there except for her drawers. She wore drawers to the man's house that she robbed and wore drawers home. How do you
Yes.
not see that? How do you not see she's not wearing clothes under there? And then
Right.
where do you work? What do you do? Do I have a phone number? No, baby. I just have meetings at night somewhere between 7 and midnight, at least 2 or 3 times a week. So what are you doing during the day? Because you ain't home during the daytime. So like when regular people are working. So I'm like, how you? And she, wait a minute, she's doing all of this because she's had a lifestyle she's trying to maintain. So basically, Kevin was a good enough drug dealer that he kept her in this high level house. He goes to jail.
Yeah.
She loves him enough to stay faithful to him, even though he's in jail, not making no money, but doesn't love him enough not to be fucking Romello for free.
Yeah.
And then hold up, there you go. I don't understand how May was involved with the mob couple evil. This doesn't make
that came out
sense.
of nowhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Nah, that was just made in last minute. They just wrote that in last minute.
Yep.
That's what that was. It was like everybody's dead. The maid did the last one shooting. Oh, let's say that she worked for the cartel. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, she looks Spanish, so they was like, "Hey, why not?" You know.
Oh, but wait a minute. What about Alejandro? What was
my God.
Wait a minute. First off, okay, I grew up with Puerto Ricans, okay, and I got Puerto Ricans in my family. This dude is not Puerto Rican. He's not Colombian. He's not from Brazil. He is not Latin at all. I was like, now his wife was. His wife was actually, I could tell she was. Yeah. But she's like an Afro Latino. But I was like, why would they hire this dude to be the Puerto Rican or whatever it is? His acting was horrible. Horrible. I was like, what are we doing? Like, you had a perfectly great show, really good acting, and you throw this dude in here. Oh, it was terrible. I didn't like it.
I was so hurt when I heard that damn dude talk. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, it's all like Speedy Gonzalez would sound more realistic. I'm like, just why are you talking? Hello, I must be you was giving me the drugs, and I didn't. Why are you cheating on me? I was like, what are we? Why? Just why?
I thought he was Pepe Le Pew. I was like, what?
That's right. Like he almost got me Pepe.
It wasn't in the budget to hire a real Spanish speaking actor.
And that just
they could have hired the dude that was the maid's boyfriend. He's Puerto Rican, clearly.
Yeah. He was more legit anyway. We assume that the cop has been following the dating app for a while and knew Mary J look-alike and was on one to set her up. But again, it wasn't a dating app. He was just on Instagram. It wasn't even a dating app. They were just like he was just out there on social media. And then they were like, because she DM'd him and was like, oh, you're cute. You know, do you want to get together? Blah, blah, blah. Again, while her boyfriend walks in and she's sitting up there with her laptop and her phone, and somehow he don't see none of this shit either, you know? And I'm like, she tricking in front of you, bro. But you ain't working. So
he had enough.
He's the worst.
He didn't know. I mean, to your point, she came home in a trench coat with nothing on it, and then she went upstairs and took it off and came downstairs like she just put that on. And So he had it like nobody's that dumb. And then
I mean, I'm not trying to be graphic here, but if you had just had some serious sex, did we take a shower? And we should have changed our underwear because the smell is still on you, sweetheart. I thought that was, and you're just gonna come back down the steps and have dinner with your husband. What? It doesn't work like that.
And then she left again to go meet Romello on his jet or whatever. So she still in the shower after dinner.
Did you see the rip? Did you see the run in her pantyhose?
No, well, David, I wasn't looking that closely, but okay.
I mean, it was pretty. I'm saying when she crossed her legs when she got on Romello's jet, I was like, this bitch is wearing run-in pantyhose. Like, I'm like, wow. You're not even a high class hoe. Like, change your pantyhose. Like, I'm like, come on, you can afford that. I was very disappointed. In the pantyhose. But so Missy and Romello, interesting couple. They Missy was giving me strong. If this is Sonya from Family Business,
Yeah.
I felt like again she was somewhere between Chippy and Cookie. She in
Okay.
that range of craziness for no
Yes.
reason.
Yeah.
But in the bottom of her soul, she still loves her husband. In the
And
end,
he
she was
loves
like,
her. He loved her. Yeah.
I mean, despite the fact that she was banging Mac,
Yeah.
Yes.
not knowing that Mac was pimping out Katrina, who was sleeping
Yep.
with her husband,
Yes.
not
Crazy.
knowing
Yeah.
that her husband was banging the maid in the woman in her house.
That was terrible. I felt bad for her. I was like, Missy, you being all nice and trying to help this girl in her domestic violence, with her husband, and you don't even know this woman is cheating with your man behind your back in your house. I was like, that's messed up. That was really messed up. Yeah.
So, Ink, what do you think? Because I was like, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
Missy was crazy. I mean, I think she played that role perfectly, and
She
and
did.
and
Mm-hmm.
I think she's beautiful. I didn't even know why Romello would even cheat on her. You know what I mean? But I
Exactly.
guess you just something like that. But I really like that. I mean, I thought she played a really good role. She was crazy. Not sure why she had to have an affair with Mac, but I guess that's to connect the storylines because she was with Mac and and things like that. But she had to know what like Mac do on the side, right? Like that he like robbing rich people and pimping out girls or whatever. But I don't know. But yeah, I really like Missy character a lot. I would definitely watch like another show with her, based on her and things like that.
She ate that role. I thought the
Yeah.
pimp saw the
Yeah.
white guy on an app for Katrina's Next Mark. No, he had like a fold. It was Instagram. Again, maybe they made up an app, but he looked like he was on Instagram and he was just taking photos. And it was like, hey, again, Mac heard through the grapevine that he owned two towers in town and that he was a loan shark. And she was like, get online, make a profile, get online and contact him. But either way, they met up. But so the relationship didn't mean anything in the end. Like Mac sleeping with Missy did not drive the story because in the end
Mm-mm.
he robbed them because Alejandro hired him.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So the sex, so Mac died not fully knowing. Excuse me, no, Mac did die. So
Mm-hmm.
Mac died not knowing that. So Katrina. So that what? No, sorry. Oh, who gets? Okay, but Missy died,
Yeah.
not knowing that Missy died, not knowing that Romello was sleeping with the maid. So did
Right.
Right.
Katrina.
Yes.
So Katrina killed Mac and the two henchmen to save Romello.
Yes.
Mm.
But somehow, so then Romello dies, not knowing that actually Katrina tried to give him up to the cops because she handed over that necklace and it wasn't enough evidence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that is like crazy, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm doing this for you. And then nobody knew about Maria because that didn't make any damn sense. So I thought Mac was there when I first watched it. For some reason, I thought Mac was there to try to get Missy back. Like he was like, I'm gonna kill you, Romello, and then take your wife. But no, it was just they're just dead.
There was no honor among thieves in this whole
Yeah.
show. Like everybody was backstabbing everybody, but I do like the way that they tied it all together. Like it was,
Yeah.
I did like that, but it was kind of far out there that the maid was a plant, for Alejandro, whatever his name was. It was him, and that she at the end, she was able to get the money and she was able to kill all of them. Well, all of them. She killed the last person, which was Romello. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I was like, if she's that kind of a hitter, how is it she couldn't take care of her very abusive boyfriend? Like she
Right.
needed
yeah.
Missy to come over and handle that for, and then force her to shoot him. Actually, she was like,
Right.
"Come on,
What
come
was the
on."
point of that? What was the point of showing that storyline that she was being abused and that Missy was like helping her out and like getting away from that abusive relationship if she's really, a hitter herself, working for a cartel,
I don't know. And then how did that phone
Mhm.
call go? Hello, Maria. Check this out. I'm gonna send some other people to kill your clients, but in the event that doesn't work out, if you could knock out whoever's left, and we will give you some money. Okay, thank you. Click. I was like, there's no even time that even could have happened because they went straight from killing boyfriend, coming home. Then Missy is trying to pay off or give money to Maria so she can start a new life. And then they immediately go into the final kill scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Like when did Alejandro even pick up the phone to do this? I thought Katrina told Romello that the feds were on him. That's when he told Missy and the maid to pack the bags and get out the house. So yes, no, the way she put it was they tried to get me to turn on you, but I'm not going to do that. I'm sacrificing me and my family for you, and because I love you too so much, or something to that effect. And then
Yeah, she said over the phone. Yeah.
Then Romello turns around and tells Missy and the maid, to the extent that she cares, that it was Alejandro that put the feds on them. And I'm like, that doesn't. Why would he do that? That's not what she said.
Well, he did that because he can't say Katrina told him. Because Missy would have been like, really? You know?
Not told, did. He didn't say Alejandro said that the cops. He said he did it. Like he's like, Alejandro said, Alejandro put the cops on us. So we got to go. But I'm like, if you go down, then he goes down because, right?
But wasn't they leaving anyway? Because because Missy had went back and told them, like, we don't want to work for you anymore, or whatever. And Romello was mad. So wasn't they leaving because they were scared they were about to get, like, killed anyway or something? I was confused. So
they were.
Because the feds was on them, or were they leaving because they thought they were about to get killed?
They were leaving.
I don't know.
No, they were leaving because of the feds. No, that's when they started packing up. He said, get bags and we need to get going because Alejandro put the feds on us. To your point, they should have been leaving anyway because they just told a drug dealer, I'm not working for you anymore. So that should have been the reason, but that wasn't the reason.
Yeah.
And then okay, so then you find out that Kevin is the worst drug dealer ever, that he can't move 3 bricks of cocaine. You know what I'm saying? But then you saw Mac cooking up crack with bricks of cocaine. So then I thought we were going to find out that Kevin was also working for Mac as well as his wife. And then somehow that's when Kevin finds out that wife he died not knowing she didn't have a real job.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of loose ends on this show.
I know. He was like, I'm getting shot by my wife who works so hard on, to put food on the table. And I'm like, no, bro, like she out there tricking. But it would have been good if they would have showed up to Mac's house together. And it's like, oh, like, what are you doing here? Da 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 da. And then kind of connect those dots, those dots. Like, and everybody worked for Alejandro apparently. The ending should have been the ending Empire should have had. Yeah. I could have saw that. I mean, we don't know how Empire was supposed to end. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was COVID and other things that caused that show to, prematurely just stop, production. But it would have been one, don't fake a MAGA attack, is what I pulled from that. So mom, no. Well, the hit. So Alejandro tells Romello to kill his boss at the job so he doesn't take some kind of some bullshit. And this dude pulled the Tyler Perry level move of just pulling out a gun in the middle of the work and being like, everybody's here. I'm just going to go down the hall and shoot him or some stupid shit. I was like, what? And then Misty has to go to his house and kill him and his wife too? Was the wife there?
Yeah, kill the wife. Yeah.
I was like, "What? Come on, Ink. What'd you think about this? That was done to me."
I mean, that's one of the parts of the show that I felt like could have been left out or something. I feel like there were some unnecessary scenes and things like that. Especially with showing Romello at work. I don't know what was going on there, but like, what did he do? He was a legitimate businessman too, then, right?
Yeah.
So okay, but he had a private jet. So nobody asked, like, private jets are not cheap, and not even all rich people have private jets. So nobody asked, like, hey, you're a legitimate businessman, and you got your own private jet, and you're not like a CEO of a company or nothing. Just thought about that. But yeah, and also too, if Kevin was working for Alejandro, right, and Romello was also working for Alejandro, they never met, and like. Kevin was he like a low tier, like moving small bricks, and And
I think he
Romello
was
was
low
even a
tier.
mile
I
away.
think Kevin. Yeah, I think Kevin was low tier for sure. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
'cause I would have thought
he
they would
had
have
just
met.
got back in it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Got it.
my
Okay.
problem, both of you are kind of highlighting the problem in this association. Romello and Kevin should not have been on the same level in the drug organization that both of them are talking to the cartel leader equally. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense. Like you would think Kevin is actually getting drugs through Romello or someone even below him. Like he's a street dealer at best. So the fact that he got 3 bricks of cocaine, who sold him the 3 bricks of cocaine?
Yeah.
Like we don't even know how Romello's operation worked or what he did legally or illegally. What exactly? What do you mean you move drugs? Like what was your operation? None of this is explained. He just has a random ass jet, you know what I'm saying, and a nice house, you know what I'm saying. And I'm like, we don't know what business you do because Missy's like, you moving reckless. You need to clean up your shit. What is he doing? Like you're just saying words now. Like I don't understand any of this.
Yeah.
I think to be honest with you, I think Missy was just talking about him being with Katrina. And she was like intertwining it with the business. And I didn't understand that because I was like, how is he moving reckless? Because he's with this other woman, and I'm not understanding how it affects your business. That
But
you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't make sense to me.
I think Misty and Romello was doing it together because they kept saying that they were in this together with their money and stuff like that. So I don't know if it was the legitimate business she was talking about or like they both was like moving drugs. I thought they both were moving drugs, but yeah, I
Hmm.
never saw Missy with any drugs or anything. Or so I don't understand. But like as much money as they had and how big the house was and they had a maid, you would have thought we would have saw some like foot soldiers or something underneath Romello, right? Like he
Yes,
would have people working for him. So
yes,
Hmm.
that part
yes.
just really wasn't explained well at all. At all, they messed that up.
In my opinion, the maid was a plant. She had to have a real reason to sleep with Romello and a real reason to want to her boyfriend did act timid, so they would be willing to help you. So you are giving a great backstory that would have made some type of sense, but none of this was explained. Like she would just sit up there getting her butt whooped, watching her married lover's new lover come over and
Yeah.
helping with this process, and I'm like, this is not making any sense. I'm like,
Mm-mm.
and like they're throwing the jacket back and forth at each other, which was hilarious. I mean, it was hilarious. But I would have been like, hello, Missy, please come into the house. When he put Katrina in the closet, I'm like, this is hilarious. Like,
Yeah, that was crazy. But it was like the side chick was protecting the side chick.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
I love that part. So hold up. Kevin worked with the mobster couple. He owed 300K to them. How is that, Sway? I don't even understand why they would give a guy who just got out of jail no backing whatsoever 300 grand worth of product and be like, you're gonna move it within a week. I'm like, that's a
And then,
poor
well, they
investment.
took away a week. Remember they said 2 weeks, and then they cut it down to 1 week
1 week.
for no reason. He didn't even do anything wrong.
Like he had one crackhead client, which was Katrina's mama. Like
Yes.
I was like, she can't snort that much cocaine. Like I need to get. He needed to go to the local college and start an app and be like, I got an idea.
Oh wow, repowering
Remember,
now.
he had a
Okay.
friend. Remember, Kevin had a friend that was helping him move it too. Apparently, his
Yeah.
friend
Yeah.
not a good drug dealer either, because two of them couldn't move it at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he was a private detective. He's like, yo, bro, I think my wife cheated on me. I need you to follow her around. Oh yeah, she's fucking this guy named Romello. I thought you knew that because everybody knows that. She's actually worked for this guy named Matt. She don't even have a job. Like, follow her where? Do you
Yeah.
know where she works? Do you know where I should start? No, I don't. She just leaves the house and comes back home at random hours of the night. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
dry cleaning is real easy. She never has to clean any suits. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's just, she had a lot of laundry though. Romello owned a record label. I can't. I would have
Gotcha.
I would have believed that. I would have believed that. Also, I was again, now that Boss is dead, they never showed how Alejandro's business got better. Like, how did this help him in whatever he was trying to do? He was like, just kill your boss and the wife and the kids and then Missy, just true like Chippy style was like, I'm gonna handle this. I don't need your shit. I got
Yeah.
this. And I was like, what? Why are we doing all this? And then she killed the dude and calls a cleaning crew. Like, this is a Tyler Perry movie. It was like, they got this. I was like, with Beauty in Black. I was like, are we doing Beauty in Black?
Yeah.
An empty office at that. He had a lot of books. Misty was reckless as well as giving pussy in the Mac. She got her feet rubbed. She's got her feet rubbed. She's like, I just need a foot rubbing. Okay, love scenes, y'all.
Oh gosh.
Let me say.
Look, David, do not insult Breely. Do not.
I'm not gonna say anything. That's not what I'm gonna say, and I don't appreciate you insinuating. I'm gonna be like,
okay.
Big girls can't get love too. My point is, take your drawers off. Like when I see you fully dressed,
yeah,
there's no penetration. There's not like why are you wasting both of our times? Like let this happen off camera or take your pants off.
Well,
like,
she had a thong on. No, wait, she had a thong on.
Pull them off. No couple.
Okay, look. You can move a thong to the side, sir. You can move a thong to the side. Big girls, they can move it to the side too. Okay, so that could have been what was going on. She had it on, but you moved it to the side. Okay.
There were several scenes of her getting it, and she was dressed in all them damn scenes, Kim, and every single one of them. And I was like,
okay,
when we do Imperfect Women, that's how you do it. Like that's commitment. And I'm like, Golden Globe.
That was a lot but that also was a lot of folding of sheets too.
Yes, I was like, what? I was like, they that man's butt naked right there. I was like, I don't care. That's not CGI. Walking around with black socks on. Yeah. She just walked around the house with no shoes on. I was like, hilarious. Yeah. And when she's on her knees, like putting the shoes on Missy, I was kind of hoping if they're going to do something modern, that she was going to have an affair with both of them. That's how I was kind of just to spice up the activities. I like that. That would have been also if your secret lovers getting beat up by their spouse. Why don't you just handle that the first time? Why you got to be like, if he beats you a third time, you call me and we'll take care of this.
You've been beating her the whole time, and that's what you come up with.
I mean, two. Everybody gets two, but that third, that's going too far. I was like, what the fuck are we? What? And then. Like what? I don't understand that. It's like, oh girl, let me cover that up one more time. But you know, two could be an accident. Three's on purpose, dude. Her boyfriend was a straight up Tyler Perry villain. Like that, just kind of over the top, 100% asshole. Like no one's like that in real life. Like I was
no, I would not say that. No, I've met that guy before. That kind of guy before. They can be like that.
Really?
And it's like they're a cartoon villain or something. They sound stupid. Yeah.
The entitlement just like, yo, girl, you come home cleaning for them niggas, but you're cooking. You won't cook for me. Are you working? No, I ain't working. I can't work. Gonna make my dinner. I was like, where's Mr. Perry? He took the thong to the side. They didn't pay really enough to be. I'm not saying naked. I'm just saying like you can be under the sheets. Let me help you out. Under the sheets. Panties come. You just throw a pair of panties over the bed. Just throw them and be like, and then give me the idea of my. But when you see her full like granny panties, she was wearing granny panties on top of him, like riding. I'm like, there's not enough thong to the side. That whole woman's ass was covered, and I'm like, there's nothing happening right here. Stop it. Stop.
Okay.
And it happened quite a few times. I was like. Also, fake love scene. It starts off with the fake love scene with Katrina getting fake pumped by that dude, and he's like, and she's like, I'm like, what? Why are we doing this? This is not necessary. This is not sexy. And what happens? Does he ever get out those cuffs? Like, is he like, I'm gonna find that bitch because I know what she looks like. Like, bro, find this woman right here. We putting her down, like because she handcuffed me and robbed me. None of this happens. It's like he just handcuffed for the rest of the movie. I'm like, silly.
That was to introduce you to Katrina.
I guess so.
Yeah.
She cussing her man out in her head. You don't need this dude. You ain't got no kids. You ain't got no ties to this man. Leave town. If you think he put you in $300,000 worth of debt, or leave, bitch. Just pack your shit up and leave. Like I
No,
don't.
but remember, she got Mac on her neck, right? Because, like you said, I wouldn't say he was a pimp, but he was very kind of threatening to her
That's a
in
pimp.
in a lot of different ways with the way he was saying certain things. He kind of, at first, he was kind of making it seem like they were best friends or something, and then you kind of hear him like, "Bitch, you gonna do what I tell you to do." Like,
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait a minute, how you go from I've known you forever to you better get your behind out there and do what I tell you to do."
That's pimp
What?
behavior. That's pimp
Yeah.
Yes,
behavior
yes,
101. I'm your friend
yeah,
until I'm not, but you better bring me my money or there will be problems. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And
right.
I'll never fall in love with your John. Yeah, no.
Mhm.
I was like, that was definitely a thing. I don't understand that either. Like, was she supposed to originally rob Romello? And at what point did Mac say, you need to cut this off because we are not benefiting from this relationship? You just running to him because you in love or something.
Where he told her
Uh,
Mhm.
every time they met up, he told her, he was like, "You need to cut things off with Romello. You need to cut things off with Romello. You need to stop getting so close with
Yep,
Romello." But he said it
yep,
every single time they met. But I
yeah.
was thinking, I was like, well, if he's your pimp or your boss or whatever the relationship they got partner, then like it must not be like you would think that he would have. I guess maybe the whole point of that was maybe he was jealous of Romello because he was sleeping with Romello's wife. So I think it was more of like
yeah,
a
see,
double thing for him that like he hated Romello just altogether. I guess I guess that's the point they were trying to make. You know.
so wait. So if I remember correctly, she runs in shooting, right? Like immediately. Like she runs in, shoots Mac, right? And then shoots
Yeah.
the two henchmen, correct?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So she never finds out that Mac was sleeping with Missy
Oh yeah.
before she
No.
killed him.
No.
Mm-mm.
So a lot of missed opportunities. But yeah, I mean, but you're right though. Maybe that's where the jealousy came from, right? Like, and
Yeah.
and that would be a great motivation. Again, if that also again, so Missy was like, I need you to help me kill my husband. Episode 1. Episode
Mhm.
5, she's like, I'm leaving you and going back to my husband. And I was like, what? But she's like, I love
Because
you.
Missy never, because that's the thing about it. Missy and Romello, they have that, they are couples like this walking around, which is so annoying. But they love to argue
Like,
so that they
yeah,
can go have sex later. Like
yeah.
they, she's cheating, he's cheating, but at the end of the day, they love each other and they support each other, no matter what. You better not say nothing bad about either one of them to either one of them because they're gonna get you. But what got me was when Katrina was gonna kill Missy and Romello was like, okay, cool. I was like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, what
Yeah.
happened? I thought you loved your wife. So yeah, that kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, wait a minute. I thought he would shoot Katrina because he loves Missy, but no, I was obviously wrong. So yeah.
And the way, and I love the idea that Katrina died in Romello's arms. Like she was like,
Oh
this is
yeah.
my baby. Somehow the bullet didn't go straight through and like hit him too, which would have been great because then Missy would have been like, oh, I actually killed my husband and I didn't want to.
Mhm.
And then, but then she wasn't dead because then Maria finished her off and shot her in the head.
Yeah.
Um, I was like, I don't know why I thought somebody was just gonna come in and shoot Maria for no damn reason. I don't know who would be left.
That would have been too many
Alejandro.
people. Pop, 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 pop. I
No,
was like,
Alejandro, his fake ass Latino self comes in, says, "Is the job done?" Like, see, and then he shoots her. And then as I was like, the Spanish was so terrible. I was like,
it was
why
bad.
why the fuck
horrible.
are we doing any of this? There are
Yeah.
American drug dealers. There's American. It's okay. I got the impression Missy and Romello worked with mob couples separately. Then they got together, arranged, and got married. Until keep it in the mob family. So I don't. That was not flushed out because often Missy again. We're going to this meeting. Shut the hell up. Let me talk. I got this. And then she sat there and said not a damn thing. And then
Yeah.
Romello had to handle the meeting. And when they done, she's like, "See, why did you say this? And why did you?" I'm like, "What? Shut your ass
Because
up."
but this is the thing that annoyed me too. Why did they make Missy such an angry black woman? Like
Yes.
I understand that Romello's cheating on you, but ma'am, you are cheating on Romello at the same time. But why are you so angry? Like calm down. Understandably, Alejandro really didn't want to talk to Missy. He wanted to talk to Romello
Yeah.
because Latin men don't really, and this is gonna sound really bad, but it's what I know about some Latin men. They really want women to stay in a certain place, right? So if your man is sitting next to you and I'm talking to your man, shut up. Like you don't need to talk. because I'm talking man to man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's how they feel. So Missy, he wouldn't have listened to Missy anyway. That's why when she went and was trying to make a deal with the wife or whatever, I was like, the wife is not even gonna respect you that way. If it's the wife was like, where's Romello? Right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But like you said, we never actually defined what neither one of them did for this drug organization or at all. I don't know if they did at the regular job, and Missy didn't have a regular job, and I don't know exactly how the drug operation worked, but they apparently did sold drugs and did murders. And I'm
They
like,
got a private jet.
and somehow they can afford a private jet. Like I know was never flew my for the record. It was just on the ground. So he was like,
Just on the ground.
I was
they did a
handling
bow wow. It's a bow
right.
wow.
I was like, this is silly. I was like, anyway. So it was interesting, y'all. If you haven't seen it, again, truly check it out. Marcus, thank you for the recommendation. I was entertained. And it kept me moving. It kept me moving. It did irritate me about the product placement, the way that the creator put his own videos and movies like in the background and stuff. Like I know Netflix does that a lot. Amazon does that shit, and it's really irritating. Like I mean, I'm watching your content. I don't need to watch your content watching your content. Like I'm like it's a bit much. It's a bit much. But considering the budget, again, it definitely I would watch something of this similar nature again. Ink, any final words for anything?
No, it was a good watch. I'm definitely glad I got to watch it. It was definitely good how they connected everything. Like I said at the end, there were definitely some plot holes and some missing some things that just didn't make sense. But that's Tubi for you. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I was entertained, and yeah, it was good. It was good.
All right, Kim.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it. I thought it was very entertaining. It was everything. The scenery was pretty good for a Tubi movie because we know the scenery can be horrible, but it was really well done. I thought it was nice and it was well acted, except for Alejandro. It was well acted, so I enjoyed it. I recommend you watch it, and I recommend you actually watch it, not play on your phone or clean in your house. Just sit down and actually watch the movie, right? Oh,
Yeah.
the series, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Last thing to your point of well being put together. Did you notice the two green dots that were on the front of Katrina's house?
No.
Oh.
They did at night. They did it. They show like the scenery so they can set the scene where there are. For some reason, there was two little green dots. Like they were film. They must have been filming the front of the house, and these two they just kept on jumping. Like it looked like a pause thing, the old pause thing.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck? And I was like, why is that? And then I guess they kept on showing the same like setting scenes because they're about to go inside the house. I just kept on seeing it, and I was like, "Oh, this is irritating the shit out of me." And I was like, "I don't know why." But no. So Marcus gave us a couple more recommendations. The Caregiver, and something else. So I'm gonna look at the Caregiver. I like the idea that a man is the insane assistant employee who goes crazy or something like that. So Marcus, we will try to do one Tubi thing a week, a weekend. That would be the goal. And then also, so next week we got we got the Oval. I gotta do a few more episodes of that. We still got Imperfect Women. That'll be next week. What else? Anything else recurring that we're doing?
Not that I can think of right now. No.
All right. So we'll look at the roster and put some stuff out there. But I noticed Mac talked about the rain. Likely it rained during the shot unexpected. I did, you know what? What I liked about that particular scene was that I think it was really happening, and he wanted the actors to actually turn on the window. I don't think that was part of the dialogue. I think it was like she was like, "Hey, we're about to drive for about half a second, and I need you to turn on the wiper so you can see." Because she was like, "Oh, let me turn it on." I was like, "Oh, that's kind of something realistic." I thought no, like this was a dry scene, and I was like, but it was just I just saw the lights. But anyway, we'll get to that. You'll see us doing some reviews because we love this stuff. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. And long term, again, we got Nemesis coming up next month. We know that Power Book 3 is coming back in June. Mandalorian and Grogu, I would like to do. Daredevil when it's over. So again, put in the comments anything else you want us to check out, and I will get to the Tubi stuff. Promise.
I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy The View very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this. Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're going to be like, oh, shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. But,
Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
but anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just going to end this broadcast and say bye.